Now that the game is set up, let's start the game. Using an example of 2 players. Basically, the game contains 3 steps. First step, move your game piece. Second step, place a bid. Third step, distribute the paintings. Lay any one action card from your hand face up in front of you and move your piece on the board as many benches as the card value indicates, either clockwise or anti-clockwise, without changing direction in the same movement. Starting from the bench in shop area. So now I play a 3. The reason I play 3 is because I want one of the painting cards on the board. So I move my game piece at either clockwise or anti-clockwise, depending on which painting card I actually want. Keep in mind the score calculation rules. You want to build a most valuable chain on the painting card, so the chain cannot be broken. So that means you want the painting cards that have the most symbols. Once you decided which painting card you want, let's say I play a 3, then I will move my game piece to the bench in front of that painting card by moving 3 steps anti-clockwise. To get to the same painting card, I can also play 2 and move my game piece 2 steps clockwise. If you don't want any painting card, you can play 0 or 5. Then your game piece will stay on the bench in the shop area. Then you have the chance to get the painting tiles. After you place your game piece in the desired area, place an action card in the action space in that area face down. Also put your marker in the lowest available space on the marker bar in that area. So if you're the first person who placed the game piece in that area, then your marker will be placed on the light field with the number 1. The next person will put their marker on number 2, and so on. If you really want that painting card, play an action card with a relatively higher number. Will give you better chance to win that painting card or painting tile. After the first person plays, then it's the next person's turn, going clockwise. Carry out these actions 3 more times in turn until all players have had 4 turns and played 8 action cards. At the end of the 4 turns, each player should have only 1 action card remaining. Keep in mind that you also want some painting tiles, so you need to put your game piece, action card, and markers in the shop area. If you find the painting tiles that are matching with the painting cards in your hand or in the gallery area, you might want to put your game piece and markers in the shop area as soon as possible, so you can pick the desired painting tiles earlier. After finish all the moving and bidding, each player should only have 1 action card left in their hand. Compare this last action card with all the players. Players who has the highest card value gets the start card to start the next round or to be calculated in the final score. In the event of tie, the start card is given to the person sitting clockwise next to the person who had the start card in the previous round. The next step in this round is distributing the painting tiles, painting cards, and action cards on the table. Always start with the shop area. Then go clockwise through the gallery area in order. First, flip all the action cards that are on the action space in the shop area to face up without changing the order. So the card order actually reflects the order of the marker on the marker bar. The top action card was actually played by the person who placed their marker on space 1. And this person is the first one who can choose the painting tiles. The value on the action card is the amount that player has to spend on painting tiles. And they can only choose the painting tile from the top, maximum of 2. For example, if my action card value is 6, I can choose painting tiles from 1 and 3 or from 1 and 5. The remaining values on the action card may not be spent. If one player placed more than 1 action cards in an area, these cards cannot be added together. They can only be used as a separate transaction. After each player who has put their marker in the shop area get their painting tiles, then we need to distribute the action cards in the shop area. Based on the order of the marker, the first player who puts their marker in the space of lowest number can choose the action card first. Then goes the next player until all the action cards that played in the shop area have been distributed. Now we move to the first gallery area to distribute the painting card. Same as the shop area, flip the action cards to face up. Whoever placed the highest value should get the painting card in that gallery. If someone played 2 or more action cards, the card values will be added together. If one of the cards is 0, it takes on the value 10. For example, if someone put a 3 and a 0, then this gives a total of 13. In the event of tie, the person who has the matching painting tile will get the painting card. If no one has this painting tile, the person whose marker is on the space with the lower number on the marker bar gets the painting card. After the painting card has been awarded, then the action cards that have been played will be distributed, same way as in the shop area. Then the person takes back their inserted marker and action cards and put them in front of them. So when the players get the painting cards, always place the painting cards in your collection face up in front of you. If you already collected painting cards, place the newly received painting cards overlapping to the right of them, as shown in this picture. Please make sure the order of the collected painting cards are not changed at any time. Full distribution of all the painting cards and action cards in the gallery areas marks the end of this round. The game pieces remain on the benches where they currently are. To start the next round, first refill the empty painting spaces with painting cards from the deck. Next step, pick up all the action cards in front of you and check whether you all have 9 cards each in your hand again. Because of the first round, it's quite possible that you now have a different distribution of card values in your hands. Now we are ready to start a new round. It starts with the person who currently has the start card. Then we'll go through Step 1, moving game pieces. Step 2, place a bid. Step 3, distribution. Now that you have some painting tiles in your hand, it gives you another factor to consider which painting card you want. Remember the score calculation rule. The painting tiles that match with the painting card you got will give you 3 points each. The game can go through multiple rounds. The game ends in either of the following conditions. First, not enough painting cards left in the pile to fill up all the empty painting spaces. Second, if there are 2 or 3 players, when 2 piles of painting tiles from any space are used up. In 4, 5, or 6 player mode, when 3 piles of painting tiles from any spaces are used up. At the end of the game, take the scorecard to establish the final score. For those who would like a shorter version of the game, we suggest the game ends after a player has collected 10 painting cards. Complete the current round and then carry out the scoring using the same rules outlined above. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your game.